and for the millionth time I'm going to try making this video. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Thursday here on Lesbian Central. You're with Kay and I'm subbing in for Trey. The topic this week is mental health illnesses and their self-care strategies. The other girls focused on different parts of mental illnesses, so I decided I'll be focusing on anxiety. Big disclaimer, I have no medical training in mental health, I have no work experience in mental health, and I work in a completely different field of medicine. So, disclaimer. Feeling anxious is a very normal feeling. It's normal to feel anxious before a big test, before a big job interview, all those, that's normal. Anxiety and anxiousness is a part of your fight or flight response. Now, it's easy to understand your human mechanisms when you think of the human way back when, before all this technology and stuff, because the human body is self-regulating. It does things on its own to help you. So think about the human way back when getting chased by a bear. The body will do different things in order to help you run from the danger, which is the bear. Blood is going to get redirected from non-essential systems and organs, such as your digestive system and your immune system and your bladder and bowels and all that stuff. That's why you get sick when you're stressed, because your immune system's not getting the oxygen and blood it needs. And that's why sometimes you pee yourself when you're scared. Now the blood gets redirected from these places to your muscles, because you need your muscles to run from the bear. It goes to your eyes, because your eyes need to dilate to let more light in so that you can see the bear. Now the blood also goes to your brain, and your brain has a harder time focusing on the little things, because right now it's focused on getting away from the bear. That's why it's hard to focus on things when you're stressed. You breathe faster to get more oxygen in. Blood goes to your muscles because you need those to run from the bear. And your blood pressure increases because your vessels constrict to get so that the blood flows faster. So that is all the physical stuff about anxiety and your fight or flight response and your mechanisms. Now you understand why your body does the things it does when it's anxious, scared, or stressed. It's just a response to a danger. Now your body doesn't know what the danger actually is. So if you have a perceived danger, something that you feel that is causing you distress, your body will kick into that fight or flight response and do all those things. There may not be a bear. Maybe it's, the telephone is ringing. Your body doesn't know that the difference between a telephone and a bear. So your body will go into this response. Earlier I said that anxiousness is a normal feeling, but when your feelings of anxiety are affecting your daily life, in your relationships, in your work life, that's when you need help. Anxiety is really, really shit. It's a really shitty feeling to feel all the time. And it's very, very different for everybody. Anxiety is sort of like an umbrella term for all these other little illnesses and disorders, like generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, OCD, PTSD, extreme phobias. It's all under the umbrella term of anxiety. So anxiety is different from person to person, and you need help if it affects your daily life. It's not something that you should take lightly. You need to surround yourself with people who will support you. You need to go see your GP. He may or may not prescribe medication, and he may or may not refer you to a specialist. It's hard to live with anxiety. It can be debilitating, and it sucks. I'm telling you all this to get help and seek support and all that stuff, and I'm sitting here struggling with anxiety and not being able to go to my GP. You know why I can't go to my GP? Because I have anxiety. I can't bring myself to tell my doctor that I have anxiety. I think it stems from the fact that it's so stigmatized, and my family is very not supportive of any sort of mental illness, and for me to admit that this affects me is really hard. I pretend that I am okay all the time. It's hard when I can't answer the telephone. I can't. The other day, me and my girlfriend wanted to order takeout food, and I couldn't call them. I couldn't call the restaurant to order takeout food. And it's really embarrassing. And I should be able to make a phone call. Talking about it makes me anxious. And it's not just a phone call. I really have to prepare myself when I do things that is different from my regular routine of life. I have a very strong fear of judgment and of doing things wrong. I'm extremely embarrassed and I put myself down a lot for having anxiety. Anxiety feels like when you are leaning back on a chair and it goes just a little too far and you get that sudden jolt for maybe 2 seconds. But when you have anxiety, it feels that you have that feeling for several minutes, for several hours, for several days, for several weeks, for several months. It just goes on and on and on. It never stops. But there are ways to deal with it. Exercise, eat well, get enough sleep. I know it's hard to sleep when you have anxiety because your mind is just racing. You're thinking about all these different things and you can't sleep. But try. Really, really, really try and eat well. Don't drink caffeine. Don't drink alcohol. It makes it worse. I'm making this video partially as like a self-help thing because apart from my girlfriend and maybe 2 other really close friends, nobody knows that I have anxiety. Nobody in my family. I don't have a great support system in place. So this video is for those who don't suffer from anxiety and may or may not know somebody who has anxiety. And I just wanted to tell you that it isn't easy to just face your fears. It might be easy for you, but it's not easy for everybody. Don't force anybody to do something that they're not comfortable with because it may send them into a panic attack. It may do more harm than good. The only way that really works to face your fears is if it's in a controlled environment with a psychologist or psychiatrist, whoever's doing that sort of treatment on you. Just understand if somebody doesn't want to do something, don't force them. That's my video, guys, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.